I know it's late, but we're we're getting close to election day. And before you go to the polls, and before you vote for Kamala, you need to know some things. The founding fathers who wrote the Declaration of Independence founded this country on Christianity. That's a fact. And if Christianity is a threat to you, then you are a threat to this country. Okay? Normally, I don't get on this late. Listen to me. Trump is the lesser of two evils, no matter what way you want to cut the dice. I messaged somebody who is a singer and an artist, and I asked him if I could use one of his videos to prove a point. We're gonna look at two things tonight about Kamala Harris. Listen to me. If you love America, on election day, do not vote for Kamala Harris. You're gonna see why. The first thing I'm gonna show you is a song with a swear word, which I do not condone in my videos, and I think it's very important for Americans to know these things before they go to the polls. Okay? I have this man's permission to use his video, so one of the reasons why I got on as late as I did. And even though I don't condone the language, you need to hear what he says. Right? So listen to this. I have his permission to use his video. Left the borders wide open for the criminals and terrorists. She's the reason why we had so many illegal immigrants in this country. They came in to this country peddling drugs and let rapists and pedophiles and child molesters into this country. She just opened the borders and let them all come in. Does that sound like a presidential candidate that cares about the safety of the American people? No. And that's another thing. She supports transvestites and homosexuality and kids at a young age before they even know what sex is are allowed to change their gender. Not biblical. Not based on not based on the Christian principles with what the founding fathers fought, bled, and sweat, blood, and tears trying to defend this great country of ours. Not Kamala. No Christian views. This is another thing we're gonna look at. The best country in the world. Stop trying to fuck with me. Oh, I didn't realize you helped destroy beside Biden. Inflated gas prices, food rent, we can't provide it. Can't fix the problem when you miss the problem. It's a fact. You're lying. How's your bank account grow when the rest of ours are dying? Corruption. Yeah, Trump is doing great. Y'all interrupt. Now, there's another thing. Inflation. Kamala is not going to help inflation. She's going to make it worse. You saw that. Let's continue. That is a line that we need to be concerned about. Her open border policy. If you for people and terrorists from the Middle East that came across our border, rapists, child molesters, and drug dealers and murderers just coming into this country, all because of Harris. She's the one that came up with the open border policy. Does that sound like someone that is concerned about the safety of the American people? No. Now, if you don't agree with the gospel, you agree with Satan. And Satan is the enemy of the Christian faith. Do you understand what I'm saying? Good. Talking about criminal and helpless, bitch, I'm not hearing it. What she done so far for this country? Hey, I'm just curious. While Biden's making speechless ass speeches, I'm serious. Everything y'all do just hurts us more. Point blank here. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris. What she do the last 4 years? And this should be embarrassed. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris. That the border's wide open for the criminals. There it is again. Did you hear that? What did Kamala do? Let the borders open for the criminals and terrorists. Just come on in. And you're gonna vote for her? You don't love your country. You hate it. You're despicable. You're a disgrace. Remember this. Remember these things when you go to the polls on election day, because Kamala Harris is not the answer. She's not the solution. She's the problem. I want to show you one more thing. Christians, do not vote for Harris. Kamala Harris speaks against Christians. Getting that from YouTube. Hi. Kamala Harris has added a new character to her playbook. I think this is it. Watch this. Christians, We who love our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ do not vote for Harris. You'll see why in a minute.
Awards, including the Tony Award for Best Musical Revival. And now.
So, North Carolina, I am asking for your vote. I am asking for your vote. And here is my pledge to you. As your president, I pledge to seek common ground and common sense solutions to the challenges you face.
Kamala Harris has no common sense.
I am not looking to score political points. I am looking
Yes,
to
you
make
are.
progress.
No, you're not.
And I pledge to you, I will listen to experts. I will listen to those impacted by the decisions I make and to people who disagree with me.
You people need your fucking head examined. Sorry for the language.
And Raleigh,
Really?
we're fighting. Hey, everybody, okay. You know, see, this is the thing, because we know we're actually fighting for a democracy. And unlike Donald Trump, I don't believe people who disagree with me are the enemy. He wants to put them in jail. I'll give them a seat at the table.
They won't.
And I pledge to be a president for all Americans and to always put.
Is that why you let so many illegals into the country because you were looking out for America? No.
Country above party and self. So, North Carolina, it all comes down to this. We are here together because we love our country.
Let's watch another one. I'm trying to find it.
All right, so now is the time to remind our neighbors and our friends to make a plan to vote in person on election day.
It's called showboating, people.
Ballot. And Pennsylvania, if you still have a mail ballot, you can take it to a ballot drop box or an election office in your county by 8 p.m. on election day.
Oh,
and spread the word.
Here it is. Here it is. This is what you need to see. She speaks against Christians. Christians don't vote for Kamala.
Why do these people only come out around election time to try to save us? I haven't seen any of them the last 4 years as our grocery prices went through the roof. Gas prices went through the roof. Crime in our cities has went through the roof as our borders have been getting flooded. As we had to make the choice between getting jabbed or lose our job. Our children muzzled 8 hours a day just to get an education, leading to some serious mental, physical, and emotional issues. If these people truly care about our lives and our families' lives,
Did you hear that? Some guy in the crowd shouted, "Jesus is Lord." And Kamala said, "I think you're at the wrong rally." And then she said, "Try the smaller." Not a lot of energy here, but everyone just cheered and screamed for
So that was disappointing. Anyway,
Jesus is Lord. You're at the wrong rally. Alright, we'll find that in a minute. Let me tell you something, my friend. This country was built on Christianity. It was founded on Christianity. The founding fathers founded this great country on Christianity. And what Kamala Harris has done is openly spoken against Christians by saying to someone shouting out at her rally that Jesus is Lord. And she responds with, "You're at the wrong rally?" Now, have her take the Bible, place your hand on the Bible, and swear to uphold the Constitution. She doesn't uphold the Constitution. She doesn't care about the Constitution. You want someone like that leading your country? Really? I'm praying for you.
Did you hear that? Some guy in the crowd shouted, "Jesus is Lord." And Kamala said, "I think you're at the wrong rally." And then she said,
I think you're at the wrong rally. Well, you know what? I think Kamala Harris is in the wrong country. Christians, do not vote for Kamala. Here it is. Christ is King. Jesus is Lord.
Luke Pulaski and Grant Beth join us now. Essentially, she was speaking, and we decided to say Christ is King, Jesus is Lord.
Okay, you guys are at the wrong
As you
rally.
can see in that first-hand video, I was pushed by an elderly woman. We were heckled at, we were cursed at, we were mocked. In reflection of the event, Jesus was mocked. His disciples were mocked, and that's okay. In reality, we did God's work, and we were there.
You want someone like that leading the free will? I don't.
Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally. No, I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street.
For all you funny people clapping, I'm praying for you.
Many of you have gotten a chance to see the video. Many of you maybe even heard some of the backlash. There's something that's really interesting, though, that I think also needs to be brought up. And that is, one, the lack of a response. Because I'm going to say that maybe Kamala didn't hear. Who knows? Now, it's not a large video. Two,
I'll be right back.
Three, what happens when someone shows up and wants to let it be known that, well, I am a Christian, as Christians are supposed to do. What happens and why does it seem like that they are not welcome there?
So where was this event held exactly? This was held in our University of La Crosse's gym. So did you make tuition to go to the university? I do pay tuition to go to the school, but this was a free event. This is a really small event. We said there was about 2,500 people there, which when she told us to go to a smaller rally down the street, I didn't really think that for a political rally there could be smaller than 2,500 people.
But you weren't allowed to be there. You paid to be there.
Yes, correct.
So anyone saying that they shouldn't be there, they literally go to that school. They pay the tuition free. They could be there. And the problem is, though, if you go there, you have to kind along with what they are. You have to assimilate apparently to what they believe. You cannot deviate from the norm. You cannot promote Christ in their image. So could you imagine any other political party having the same rally and then someone speaking or saying to support? That is a party. If I go there and I proclaim Christ as King, Jesus is Lord, and that's not welcome, well then I don't want to be a part of that. How could a Christian ever stand up and say that it's okay to even vote or go along with this particular party if I can't even represent Christ? All he said was Christ is King, Jesus is Lord. Now Kamala had a huge response when speaking about protecting Roe v. Wade, and that was why they made the statement. They didn't come with any particular sides or whatever. They just made a statement because the crowd gave a thunderous applause or a roaring ovation about protecting the ability to kill babies.
Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally.
Now, is that appropriate for the person that possibly could be the leader of the free world, especially the leader of our country, where about 60+% of people still profess to be Christians? No, that's not true, but still, how does she think? What does she think about you? By the way, keep in mind that after that, what does she do? She finds herself on not just one church, but 2 different churches on Sunday, a day or 2 later. And so clearly her promoting Christ is just a ruse. That cannot be the case. It'd be one thing if you're not a Christian. And again, I don't think that either one of any one of these party candidates are Christian. If they are, they're the worst kind of Christian. It'd be one thing if you're not a Christian and didn't want to promote Christianity. It'd be a totally separate thing is if you want to denigrate those who do. At least so far, we haven't heard Trump denigrate or reject, or even going to one of the party rallies, ever hearing someone not praise Christ and then being ostracized. That has not happened. As a matter of fact, you go to those particular rallies, you call them, you call what you want to because they're not genuine. But one thing we do know is if you promote Christ, you are not going to be ushered out. You're not going to be booed. You're not going to be pushed out. But here, and it's obviously at the behest, at the leading of this particular woman who was a Christian when it's convenient.
And I guess we could start off with after she talked about overturning Roe v. Wade and Donald Trump, I yelled out to the crowd that abortion is the sacrament of Satan. And when I said that, I deeply do believe that as a Christian. And about 10 seconds go by, and that's when the video of my friend Grant and I proclaiming that Christ is Lord and Jesus is King, when we said that. And I think it's important to say this is a small venue, and we're about 20 to 30 yards away from Kamala at this point. There's a lot of controversy that says she wasn't talking to us, or we left, we didn't get kicked out. Well, I can speak on Grant and I's behalf. On video, Grant's getting pushed, shoved, and there's about 5 seconds after or before she tells us to go to a smaller rally down the street. You can see on the video she waves.
Good darn rally. Really?
I took this cross off my neck that I wear, and as we were getting asked to leave, I held it up in the air and waved at her and pointed to her. She looked directly in the eye, kind of gave me an evil smirk, and I just want to clear that up and confirm that she 100% was talking to us. Mm-hmm. And there's other controversy that says we left. We were getting shouted at, pushed, assaulted, screamed at. So we were walking away. But there's about 3 attendees there, volunteers, that kicked us out with badges or whatever they had. And I specifically remember this one man saying, "You were uninvited and unwelcome to this event. You need to leave." And all they did was walk us out the door. They didn't tell us why. No cops escorted us out. No Secret Service.
And so someone can say, "Well, no, she didn't hear, or maybe this wasn't what it was." Well, again, it's been corroborated, it's been verified by other people that were there. Plus the fact that it's a smaller venue. Now she's speaking about one of the smaller crowd of the smaller rally. That's not a large arena. And so you're talking about 2,500 people there. We're talking about 2,500 people that are surrounding where she is. And so it's not a large setting. So you can absolutely hear someone say something. As a matter of fact, when we play the video, you can hear him say Jesus is Lord. And so did she hear it? Well, that remains to be seen. Someone would say, well, maybe she didn't hear it. Maybe she thought they were just heckling. I don't know. But she certainly heard them when it got quiet. You could hear it in the background. She say Jesus is Lord. And what is her response?
You're at the wrong rally. No, you're in the wrong country.
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't go for a rally.
You're in the wrong country. They're not at the wrong rally. You're in the wrong country.
And so why hadn't she or her campaign issued some statement? I think at some point in time they probably would have to. But what does really remind me? What it reminds me of a couple things. One, Paul going to Agrippa. Paul before Agrippa, one of the leaders, and he says to him,
remember this when you go to the polls on election day. Christians don't vote for Kamala because she's not for you. She's against you.
No, that's not. No, you're in the wrong. She says you are at the wrong rally. Now you get an opportunity every now and then to come before the people and to present Christ before the people. The issue, not so.
No, they're not at the wrong rally. You're in the wrong country. Remember this on election day, Christians. Do not vote for Kamala. And what did I had permission from Burden to use his video in the video. And you need to hone in on one of his verses that says she left the borders open for the criminals and terrorists. If somebody that holds authority and power is letting criminals into your country and not giving a shit, don't vote for her. This race is a joke. This country is not a joke. I love my country. I love God and I love you. Whatever you're looking for is not with Kamala. Do not vote for Kamala. I'm speaking to Christians and anyone with a brain in their head. Do not vote for this nut job. I love you. God loves you. Go in peace and get some sleep and have a wonderful night. Bye.